Hey guys, David back again. I just wanted to welcome everybody back and thank you again for checking out my channel. Today I wanted to talk about one of my most highly anticipated movies of the year, as I'm sure it's yours as well, Spider-Man No Way Home. This movie has so much hype, guys. Like, I genuinely feel like the internet will literally explode at any moment when this first trailer drops.
I want Spider-Man!
Whether you're an MCU fan or a Tom Holland stan, you're literally going to be sharing this freaking trailer everywhere. Like, it's literally going to be trending on Twitter. It's going to be gigantic. Like, we are talking in-game level hype. But why is that? The answer is obvious, and it's a Spider-Verse. It's Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Charlie Cox, Doctor Strange, everybody. Jamie Foxx's Electro, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Just everybody is invited to this party, apparently. But no, Spider-Man No Way Home is slated to hit theaters December 21st, and aside from a few stills from the film, we really haven't seen much about No Way Home. No teaser trailer, no official trailer, no TV spots, only confirmed actors, rumored confirmed actors, and a leaked toy line. And I'm sure everybody knows about the Alfred Molina interview that Kevin Feige is not happy about. I mean, now it would make sense that they're maybe wanting to hold off on the marketing till Loki and Black Widow wrap, which would make sense. Just because you don't want eyes off of Loki and Black Widow. You want them to have their own kind of time to shine before they drop a Spider-Man trailer. And I mean, I guess you could also even theorize that maybe Loki has something to do with the multiverse whenever we see that finale. Maybe that somehow could be potentially be a bridge to No Way Home. So maybe they need to end Loki before they can show us a trailer. Maybe there's some kind of spoiler that we don't know about. But it does surprise me that we haven't seen a teaser trailer at the very least. Spider-Man wrapped filming back, I think, like in March 2021, and people have been eagerly waiting for anything from Sony about No Way Home. There's been multiple rumored release dates that everybody kind of gets their hopes up whenever they believe it. They've come and went. No trailer still, obviously. Numerous plot details that have been rumored, character appearances. It would seem that we just know about everything about this movie. I mean, even if you've tried your best to avoid it, it just seems like, we're all human beings. We're pretty smart. Give us an inch, we'll take a mile. And I think if you give us any kind of little pieces of information, we can kind of piece it together and figure out what they're trying to do here.
I finally got to him. The power of the press triumphs.
Which, like I said, I think most of us we all know by now. Now, if certain castings are true, it really makes me feel for the creative team behind No Way Home. It seemed like they were trying to create an in-game level event with this film, Sony and Marvel. But with so many people knowing what's going to happen potentially, if the rumors are true, it definitely puts a damper on the film, in my opinion. Now, I do want to say we don't necessarily know any exact plot details, unless there are some out there, but I personally have not. I don't want to know them. So it doesn't. I guess it doesn't put a damper on it in that regard, but it definitely, if the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Charlie Cox things are all true, that does put a damper on it. It would have been nice to not know about that casting. It would have been cool just to see them appear and give it us like a Captain America Mjolnir moment or an Avengers Assemble moment in Endgame. And I am not saying it ruins the film in any way, because it doesn't. I, for one, am still very excited to see it. And there could still be surprises left that no one even knows about. But I do know that if I had the ending of Endgame spoiled for me, it definitely would have made things considerably less exciting. And I'm so glad I avoided that. But I am very interested to see how the director John Watts and his team are handling all the information being put out there. Are they freaking out? Are they laughing because we're all wrong? Who freaking knows?
Here's the real truth.
But they've been working on years for this project, and to see those leaks such as a simple toy line, just to see Spider-Man's new costumes, I mean, it's got to be frustrating. I know seeing toy lines may not be the biggest leak, but I, for one, have always felt like toys for upcoming movies should be revealed and released after the movie. I walked into Walmart a couple of weeks ago and saw Shang-Chi toys, and the movie isn't even out for another 2 to 3 months. And it was nothing crazy. Nothing crazy was spoiled, but still. I didn't even know there would be a giant dragon in the film until Funko released it, called the Great Protector, and now we see it revealed in the newest trailer a couple weeks ago. But I don't know, maybe the marketing team knew what they were doing when they were releasing certain merchandise. Maybe they released the Great Protector Funko Pop because he would appear in the second trailer and they knew it wasn't that big of a deal. Because obviously the bigger thing in that trailer was the Abomination and Wong fight, which is like another thing. It kind of reminds me of like when we saw Hulk and Thor Ragnarok. These are kind of moments that they use in trailers to get you excited and get you hyped, because you know that once you see this, you're gonna want to see this movie. Like, obviously, I saw Wong and Abomination fight. I was like, oh my god, I'm in, and I was already in. Like, I think I'm one of the very few people out there who's very excited for Shang-Chi, and I keep seeing YouTubers say they're not that excited for it, but I'm very excited for it. But Wong and Abomination and Shang-Chi, yeah, sign me up. But anyway, let's get back to the webhead. Does the information leaks ruin No Way Home? Absolutely not. Unless you knew exactly every single, like the entire script, then yeah, I think it does. Unless you just don't care about that kind of thing. Should I prefer studios to be tighter on their sets so casting and other information don't leak or become normal news? Kind of like what we're seeing, how we just see castings being announced all the time. And like I said, some of that's fine. Like main casting, like Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, you announce him being casted, that's fine because you know he's the main character. But you want to leave things for surprise. But now Variety and Hollywood Reporter and all these other media outlets, they've announced that Charlie Cox had done filming and Tobey Maguire's done filming and Andrew Garfield's done filming and all these people have done filming, and it's like, man, you got to leave something up for the imagination. Now, do I wish they didn't leak all this? Yeah, absolutely. But I'm still excited nonetheless. I would just love to have a trailer, a poster, and I'm good, whatever. But I would be lying if I said the rumors of Toby, Andrew, and Charlie showing up in this movie don't have me running around my room with excitement, especially with me as someone who's a pretty big advocate for the Save Daredevil campaign, and I'm a gigantic fan of... I love Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies, so fight me, With everything we do know, I do have concerns, despite being excited for No Way Home. My biggest two concerns are probably like, one, is there just too much going on in the movie? And is there too many characters, similar to kind of what we dealt with Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man 2, which a lot of people say that's what they suffered from. I didn't like Spider-Man 3 that much. It had really cool moments, and I just think there's a lot of people know what went on with that film and how that's not really the film Sam Raimi wanted to make, and it was Sony who kind of pushed him onto that. So, and I understand that. And a lot of people didn't like Amazing Spider-Man 2 because there was just the Green Goblin debacle. If it was just Jamie Foxx's Electro, it honestly would have been fine. But that movie has a lot of, I don't know, it's very special to me for reasons that probably have nothing to do with the movie, but just leading up to the movie. But I enjoyed all of those movies for the most part, and I'm not here to trash them or say their franchise deserve to die. But, it would be a bit shocking to think that Sony and Marvel didn't look at the past films and think to do something different, or just to try to avoid anything that potentially could make their film cluttered. Especially with where like Far From Home left us off, which kind of leads me to my second concern, is the Multiverse Spider-Man the right film to be made following Far From Home?
You're saying there's a multiverse?
Usually there's always a bridge that connects Marvel movies. Peter Parker having his identity revealed to the world by Mysterio and being framed for murder doesn't really seem like it sets itself up to be battling a Sinister Six from different multiverses, even though a Sinister Six team has been brewing since Homecoming, with Vulture and Scorpion in jail, and then now Mysterio, and then the Tinker, and then, there was just a lot of setup for it. And Shocker, I almost feel like, maybe like a Kraven the Hunter storyline, which is kind of ironic now because they just announced a Kraven the Hunter storyline, which is kind of, or not a storyline, but a solo film. Or maybe even you can do like a Punisher hunting Spider-Man story, because now he's framed for murder and he's wanted and all that. You think that kind of thing will happen. Granted, I do think they're going to lead more towards the multiverse side of things, obviously, with everything that we've heard about. And it's going to be so cool to see Toby and Andrew if they do show up, and, I don't know, like Toby's Spider-Man is like talking to Tom, kind of passing the torch forever, kind of thing. Because we all know Tom Holland said he wants to play Spider-Man for the next like 10 years, but it would be cool if he said something like,
"With great power comes great responsibility."
How fucking cool would that be? Like, honestly, if Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man told Tom Holland's Spider-Man what Uncle Ben told him, I can dream. But, with Loki and WandaVision introducing us to the multiverse, perhaps the season finale of Loki will be that bridge, kind of what I mentioned earlier. And of course, we don't know, and we do know about like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness will probably tie into it as well, and especially with him appearing in the film. But what sets it all off though is it the Loki finale? Is it the Loki finale, or will Spider-Man No Way Home set itself up in the very first maybe 30 minutes of the film? And is this film going to be 3 hours? I feel like this movie needs to be 3 hours long, like, to be completely honest. But I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see, guys. I do appreciate everybody who checks out my reaction videos. I try and do them as much as I can. A lot of the time I just get sidetracked. And I figured now I'd try and do something a little different and just talk about Spider-Man No Way Home because I'm a very big MCU fan and I love Spider-Man. I collect all the Amazing Spider-Man comics and I wanted to just have this friendly discussion today. I'm not trying to come off as if I sound like what I know is right or if what I'm saying is the all-knowing, or if, everything I'm sharing with you guys is literally just my opinion. And I would love to hear your opinion down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this kind of video, this is my first time ever writing a script like this. So I apologize if I breathe heavy or if I'm fumbling my words a little bit. This is just a very different video for me to make. But I am very excited for Spider-Man No Way Home, and I hope you guys are too. Please leave your opinions down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you want more. And yeah, man, I'll be here waiting for that Spider-Man No Way Home trailer to react to, and I hope you guys watch it. Have a good one, guys. See you next time.